Well, Eberechi Eze is the talk about town, and most of you are really still asking yourselves, where is he going to be playing next? This starting season that is obviously commencing tomorrow as Liverpool goes ahead, obviously open up the Premier League into the mix. And here onto the Rokani Media Football, we are obviously going to serve you to the fullest and anticipate the best of the best of appearances and really previews and so on and so forth, as we've always gone ahead to be doing the previous seasons in here. Eberechi Eze, big talking point, and every Arsenal fan and Spurs fan is asking him or herself, where is Eberechi Eze gonna be playing next? Because Eberechi Eze has made it clear that he wants to leave the side of Crystal Palace and he wants to be playing somewhere, and that somewhere where he's obviously going to be playing next is where we are obviously going to be discussing. In the next, I think, 1 to 3 days, we'll obviously get the answer where Eberechi Eze is obviously going to be playing in. And this video, we are talking of Eberechi Eze bid prepared. The opening bid is being prepared for Eberechi Eze. And which team is obviously preparing the bid, I'm obviously going to be letting you know. That's why I tell you, smash the like button first, close to 300 times, and then if you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. There is a story of Marcus Rashford and Joan Garcia. Barcelona really struggling and sweating to obviously register these players for their La Liga opener with Mallorca. We're obviously gonna be really bringing or breaking that down. And lastly, we obviously gonna be talking about a deal of a player who goes by the names of we had another story to obviously come here and really present. Obviously, Arne as Liverpool prepare to do their opener, has come out and obviously had something to say about a player known as Szoboszlai. And he's a player he never signed, but he featured predominantly into his season when he was at Liverpool in his first season where he won the Premier League at Liverpool. So guys, that is it. Rokani David is my name, and let's obviously get straight into this as the Eberechi story really heats up. And Fabrizio Romano was the first one to obviously open up, and he told us the following, that Eberechi Eze is making it clear to Crystal Palace he wants to join Spurs. Spurs are now preparing their proposal to Palace, with negotiations about to take place. You get? So, that's Fabrizio Romano. Jacobs Ben. Tottenham Hotspur are set to place an opening bid for central attacking midfielder Eberechi Eze. Spurs are moving fast to avoid Arsenal countering the offer. There is optimism Eze is prepared to join with personal terms understood known to be a problem. Have you heard? Arsenal fans, have you heard? Then Pokefe 1. Tottenham Hotspur understood to now be preparing their official bid to submit to Crystal Palace for the transfer of central attacking midfielder Eberechi Eze. Now, the opening bid for Eberechi Eze has been coached. If it's the bullet, it's in the chamber. And guess what? Spurs are really the ones that are really edging Arsenal. They're like, we want to do it before Arsenal really counters. Now, as this goes to this level, you have to ask yourself, where is Arsenal? Because we've known to it that Arsenal have been chasing up for this player. For as long as I know, Arsenal has been for a very long time chasing for this player known as Eberechi Eze. You understand? And in the due course of really chasing for him, they've gone ahead to say to it that a lot is done into their favor. And we've gone ahead to get stories. Arsenal is trying to clear off other players to get in Eberechi Eze. You understand? And I'm like, if it was the point, then they would have gone ahead, obviously, say Zinchenko go to Fenerbahce, all Trossard go to Aston Villa, all Martinelli leave, and we get in a player. You understand? But now, it looks like Arsenal hasn't obviously gone ahead to obviously show what they want to get in a player like Eberechi Eze. But as it stands right now, Eberechi Eze looks like has given his yes to Tottenham Hotspur, and the hijack is soon getting complete. And here we go, might be gotten anytime from now as Arsenal looks on. But I brought you a story yesterday about Eberechi Eze with his heart at Arsenal. He wants to be playing at Arsenal. That is it. That's where he wants to be playing at. And we haven't gone ahead to hear from Arsenal, but as Jacob has been told you, that Spurs are really pushing hard and acting quick because they believe if they really don't act quick, Arsenal will come in through and counter them, yet the player the player prefers to obviously play for Arsenal rather than a club known as Spurs. So Eberechi Eze thinks that this is his time to obviously cross from from Crystal Palace to obviously play elsewhere. And now, this is where things really go tough. And you see who has the pressure. And by the way, teams like Arsenal might obviously be wanting to obviously trick the side of Spurs and show them that we are Arsenal and we're the kings of North London. Arsenal might let Spurs to put in their opening bids, and if it's accepted, Arsenal will counter it. And Arsenal might obviously use Spurs as the litmus test to see how far can Crystal Palace go to demand the amount of money for Eberechi Eze. And if they put in like £50 million or 50 or 60 and the side of Crystal Palace accepts it, then Arsenal will be like, Eze, we have the money and we want to take you. And they want to snatch him out of the hands of Tottenham Hotspur. And this is exactly what Spurs is also doing. They're like, we want to get you out of those hands of Arsenal. And even Arsenal might be like, all right, go ahead and do what you're doing, but at the finishing line, this is a marathon. We'll show you. If you've been watching the 10,000 meters, Uganda has a runner known as Cheptegei. Cheptegei can let you lead, for 23 times. And for the last 2 times to obviously end the race, he comes and dominates with a different pace altogether. And we might see Arsenal doing a Cheptegei into this. And they might obviously show up in a very bitter way altogether to obviously ashame Spurs. Because the rivalry, right? And Spurs is also trying to do it. Now we wait and see how things really pan out for a man known as Eberechi Eze, as his bid is being prepared by Spurs. Will Arsenal throw in a countering bid? I'm here to obviously do the needful and really let you know whether they will. Now, Spanish La Liga starts on Friday, that is tomorrow. And as things stand, the side of Barcelona are really having unsorted issues as far as their season is really concerned. Now, we are having reports coming from Barcelona that the 2 players they've gone ahead to sign this summer might not obviously feature as they take on Mallorca. And we've been told by Santi Ovalle and Adria Alberts that Barcelona are pushing to have both Joan Garcia and Marcus Rashford registered in time for their La Liga opener against Mallorca, not just Garcia. Now, the side of Barcelona is really having problems. It's the reason as to why a player known as Nico Williams was like, you really have lots of problems. I can't obviously come and join you, Even free agents don't want to join Barcelona because they don't have assurance that they'll be registered to obviously play part into the season. You remember the saga of Dani Olmo, Dani Olmo, even after he had been registered, he was deregistered. And during the January transfer window, he never played again. During the January transfer window of this year, he almost never played a game for Barcelona. But, as you know, Barca had to obviously do what they do, and they saw this player really get signed, or registered and really got back into play. You understand? So, Barcelona needs to obviously sort these things out. And for me, I believe, for the very last time, I think they've gone to get in players they want. If you're having a Rashford who can obviously play as the left forward and centre forward to obviously aid or offload Lewandowski, because Lewandowski has been playing almost every game for Barcelona, and they now have a player who is really proven when it comes to scoring goals, and when it comes to creating chances, you can't really downplay a side known as Barcelona. And for Marcus Rashford, he wouldn't really want to obviously see the side of Barcelona not registering him before the game of Mallorca, because it will obviously affect him mentally. And I know very many United fans will obviously come at him, and rival fans, and even those that have been bantering him for some time, they'll be like, Rashford is really cast, because from Man United goes to Barcelona, he even never played into the opening La Liga game. Yet, if they're playing against Mallorca and you're Marcus Rashford, this is the game you would like to launch yourself in those Barca colors, because it's very easy, for you to come out and obviously score those goals. And I think Rashford is dying to obviously get registered and really take part into that opening game. So we wait and see. For Juan Garcia, it's a must, because he's gonna be the first choice goalkeeper of Barcelona this season. I think Ter Stegen really went ahead, obviously get a setback, and we wait to see how things really happen in there for you. So we wait and see whether these two will be registered. If not, I'll let you know by tomorrow that they've missed out and they are not obviously considered. Now, Liverpool is a team that is going to be opening up the Premier League with Bournemouth tomorrow at what we call the Anfield. You understand? Now, Liverpool opening up at Anfield, they really had to do what we call a pre-match press conference today, and it's onslaught. And one of the things talked about was all about Szoboszlai. He said he can play roles really good. He has quality in both and things he can improve in both. What stands out with Dom is always he can press. Now, modern managers and modern football is all about pressing. You have to press your opponent such that he doesn't have that comfortability to obviously create anything when he wants. And the manager is like, this player has quality and he presses. And for we who support Man United, like me, this has been a problem at Man United. Players never wanted to press, and you saw to it that a lot of things really never went to go our way as a club of Manchester United because of our players not wanting to press as they are supposed to do. So the manager is like, the boy eats football and he really presses a lot. And Szoboszlai is one of those whose position is really questioned at Liverpool, because if you bring in Florian Wirtz, you're having McAllister, you're having Gravenberch. You ask yourself, where is he going to play? Because if this manager plays a 4-3-3 system, then he has to be having McAllister, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai. Then that means the front three, there is Wirtz, Ekitike, and Mohamed Salah. You understand? So, will he obviously drop him sometimes and obviously play in Wirtz in the midfield? We wait to see how this will obviously happen. But your thoughts on Eberechi Eze opening bid prepared are welcome in the comment section below. And go ahead to obviously let me know what your thoughts are about Rashford and Juan Garcia. Not yet registered, but Barcelona is working tooth and nail to obviously register them. And lastly, Szoboszlai, as the manager comes in to obviously give him his flowers as one of the players that are really of good quality and they really press very, very well. Rokani David has been your host as always, and we're here to let you know about a lot of things that we've gone ahead to do, and please feel free to let me know what your thoughts are. We out, bye-bye, and do the needful, and see to it that you keep it this channel.